Jesus feeds the 5,000. The sun shimmered over the waters of the Sea of Galilee as Jesus crossed to the far shore. Word had spread quickly. Crowds of people were following him everywhere he went. They had seen his miracles. They had watched him heal the sick. And they were hungry for more, not just for food, but for hope, healing, and truth. Jesus climbed a quiet hillside and sat down with his disciples. It was almost time for the Jewish Passover festival. As he looked out over the vast crowd gathering below, compassion filled his heart. Turning to Philip, Jesus asked, "Where shall we buy bread for all these people to eat?" Philip hesitated. He knew it was impossible. "Lord," he said, "it would take more than half a year's wages to buy enough bread for each one to have even a bite." Then Andrew, Simon Peter's brother, spoke up. "There's a boy here," he said, "and he has 5 small barley loaves and 2 small fish. But what is that among so many?" Jesus smiled. "Have the people sit down." There was plenty of grass on that hillside, and the people, 5,000 men, not counting women and children, sat down in anticipation. Jesus took the loaves, looked toward heaven, and gave thanks. Then he began to break the bread and pass it to the people. The same with the fish, and something incredible happened. The bread did not run out. The fish did not diminish. Everyone ate until they were completely satisfied. When the meal was done, Jesus told his disciples, "Gather the pieces that are left over. Let nothing be wasted." They collected 12 baskets full of leftovers, more than they had started with. A wave of awe swept through the crowd. "Surely," they whispered, "this is the prophet who was to come into the world." But Jesus, knowing they intended to crown him king by force, quietly withdrew into the mountains alone. Jesus walks on the water that evening. His disciples went down to the lake and climbed into a boat to head toward Capernaum. The sky darkened and a strong wind began to blow. Waves crashed against the boat as they rowed with all their strength. Then, through the storm, they saw a figure walking across the water toward them. Terror seized them. "It is I," Jesus said. "Don't be afraid." At once peace filled their hearts. They welcomed him into the boat, and immediately they reached the shore where they had been heading. Jesus, the bread of life. The next morning, the crowds realized that Jesus and his disciples were gone. Boats from Tiberias arrived near the place where he had fed them, and the people crossed the lake in search of him. When they found him, they asked, "Rabbi, when did you get here?" Jesus answered, "You're looking for me not because you saw the miracles, but because you ate the bread and were filled. Don't work for food that spoils, but for food that endures to eternal life, the food the Son of Man will give you. For on him God the Father has set his seal." They asked, "What must we do to do the works God requires?" Jesus replied, "The work of God is this, to believe in the one he has sent." Still they asked for a sign. "Our ancestors ate manna in the wilderness," they said. "Moses gave them bread from heaven." Jesus answered, "It was not Moses who gave you the bread from heaven, but my Father. The true bread from heaven is he who comes down and gives life to the world." "Sir," they said eagerly, "always give us this bread." And Jesus declared, "I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never hunger, and whoever believes in me will never thirst. All those the Father gives me will come to me, and I will never drive them away. For I came down from heaven not to do my own will, but the will of him who sent me, that everyone who looks to the Son and believes shall have eternal life. And I will raise them up at the last day." The people murmured among themselves, "Isn't this Jesus, the son of Joseph? We know his father and mother. How can he say, 'I came down from heaven'?" Jesus answered, "Stop your grumbling. No one can come to me unless the Father draws them. The one who believes has eternal life. I am the bread of life. Your ancestors ate manna in the wilderness and died, but whoever eats this bread will live forever. This bread is my flesh, which I give for the life of the world." The crowd was confused. "How can this man give us his flesh to eat?" They argued. Jesus said, "Unless you eat the flesh of the Son of Man and drink his blood, you have no life in you. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood has eternal life, and I will raise them up at the last day. My flesh is real food and my blood is real drink. Whoever eats my flesh and drinks my blood remains in me, and I in them. Just as the living Father sent me, and I live because of the Father, so whoever feeds on me will live because of me. This is the bread that came down from heaven, not like the manna your ancestors ate and died. Whoever feeds on this bread will live forever." He spoke these words in the synagogue at Capernaum. Many turn away. When his disciples heard this, many said, "This is a hard teaching. Who can accept it?" Jesus knew their hearts. "Does this offend you?" he asked. "Then what if you see the Son of Man ascend to where he was before? The Spirit gives life. The flesh counts for nothing. The words I speak are full of spirit and life." But many could not believe. And from that time many of his followers turned back and no longer walked with him. Then Jesus turned to the 12. "Do you also want to leave?" Simon Peter answered, "Lord, to whom shall we go? You have the words of eternal life. We have come to believe and know that you are the Holy One of God." Jesus replied, "Did I not choose you, the 12? Yet one of you is a devil." He was speaking of Judas, the son of Simon Iscariot, who would later betray him.